And that's actually...
So all the hurting people are...
Yeah. Basically keeping on reinforcing the idea that anything is actually fucking serious.
Because they're in so much pain, they think everything must be so serious.
Yeah, and it's like, actually, everything's a fucking joke. And these fucking people at the top there are fucking jokes. And that's the biggest joke, is that they don't want you to know that.
Well, it's pretty serious. Life ends in death. Even is that a
But
joke?
it's pointless. It is so pointless and meaningless. Like, the life that you live is so utterly insignificant that it's ridiculous and laughable to think that anything should be fucking taken seriously.
What if you have a child with a disability? You just don't take it seriously?
Yeah.
What if you have your arm blown off?
I don't know, I guess you'll take it seriously and you could be sad.
There are some tragic things that can happen on this. And I think there's a time and a place for seriousness.
Well, there always is, because we're always going to get into situations that we take seriously because they're going to be, like, intense.
Meaningful.
And, like, we're going to just be like, whoa, it's so intense. But, like, at the end of the day, it's just like a whole bunch of fucking clowns just making up arbitrary rules. Jordan Peterson is a giant clown.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, I'm going to hurt you so that you stop laughing.
I'm going to hurt you so that you stop laughing?
Yeah, I'm going to hurt you so that you take it seriously. It's like, oh, fuck off. It's not serious. I think it's insignificant.
What about what's going on in Israel right now?
It's like the worst kind of, like, insignificant, laughable comic tragedy that there fucking is.
Because it's just a land dispute.
Because it's just some dickheads being like, I'm gonna kill you because this is mine, and I'm gonna kill you because this is mine, and it's stupid, it's retarded. And awful and retarded, and like awful and funny, which it just cancels each other out. It's just like pointless. Another pointless thing.
Yeah.
I have been taking things fucking seriously. Like, a lot of bad shit has happened to me that's tricked me into thinking I have to take life very fucking seriously and very fucking meaningfully. And it's a lie.
Well, how would you prefer to be?
Like this, I think.
Real.
Why the fuck should I spend my life drilling away and being meaningful and giving a shit about stupid monkeys on a fucking tiny planet and what they fucking think is meaningful and like, God, who gives a fuck?
Some people would say that you're entering dangerous territory with
Yeah, I
this
know.
line of thinking.
Yes, a lot of my head is saying that, but actually it feels better. And I don't give a shit.
Good.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to give a fuck. I don't want to be meaningful. we're just dumb apes walking around on a planet, getting shitty, making rules, crying over rules, hurting each other, then making it all justified, be like, oh, we did it because... It's like, fuck off, you're just a violent little ape who doesn't know anything, just shut up. We're all just, like, violent little apes, like... I don't have... Actually, just sick of it. I fucking just over it. I'm over it. People are dicks. People have put arbitrary rules on me because of something I did. And I've, like, fucking spent fucking 20 years going, I'm so sorry, and I feel bad, and, oh, I'll take everything seriously, I promise now. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I understand that.
I'm done.
I get it.
And it feels better. I feel better.
All these people want you to, like, learn your lesson.
I learn the lesson, buy into our fucking reality so that we feel better. Fuck off.
Everybody's just telling everybody off.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of finger wagging jack-offs.
Buy into my bullshit so that I feel more real, or so that I feel significant. It's like, fuck off. None of you are significant. I'm not significant. Nothing is fucking significant. None of this is significant. It's a short little weird dream. Comes and goes. It's absurd. I don't even know what the word is. It's just ridiculous. And I'm just sick of, like, adding more fucking bullshit to it, to be honest. I'm tired of adding more bullshit to it. Because all bullshit is some other person's freak out that I have to take seriously. I have to buy into all my own bullshit.
Yeah.
And yes, there are fucking wankers who hurt people. They are fucking wankers. But the worst thing to do is to, like, actually, like, see them as anything else and just the same, just fucking absurd, violent apes running around, not better, not worse. That's actually the problem, is that I'm better, and it's like, oh no, you're better. You better have some justification for that. It means you're going to have to build some kind of bullshit meaning of why you're better and why they're worse. You're stuck now. And that's what everybody's doing. I am better. You're worse.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck in a little box of meaning.
I do that.
My little treasure box of meaning.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah,
I try to make myself feel better.
I do that chronically. I'm always like, what's the meaning? The meaning is no meaning. No meaning is so meaningful. It's like, fuck off.
No meaning is so meaningful. Yeah.
There is no meaning. It's all absurd. This fucking dickhead over here, why do I care? Oh, I care what he thinks because I live in a community. Fuck off. He can fuck off. All of these retarded people can fuck off. Wellington is retarded. It's full of retarded fuckfaces who totally buy into, like, everywhere is retarded. Everywhere is stupid.
Wait, tell me about Wellington fuckfaces.
They're just, like, buying into their thing. I live in Wellington and I'm better than blah blah blah, and I live in the open, like, caring community. It's meaningful, and all of the things I do.
Oh God, you're going dark, Bubby. You're going down a dark, windy road.
It's not dark, it's actually liberating.
Is it?
Yes.
How long does it last, though?
Well, pretty much
It'd be
until somebody hurts me enough for me to like start taking myself seriously again, which honestly I'm done with that. I've spent 20 years fucking like going through that. Fuck it. I'm not doing it again. I want to go back to just not taking things seriously because like by doing that I acknowledging how meaningless and futile all of this shit is, and it's actually truer, I think.
It is true. I wonder what's the trend on that gonna be as far as people taking things seriously.
The problem is when people like hurt each other. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, look, things are meaningless, things are stupid. You don't need to hurt somebody else because of it.
Well, sometimes when people are like really nihilist, they end up hurting people.
No, I know, because that's because they put too much. They're actually deriving meaning from it, which isn't nihilism. I mean, that's dark. Like they're actually deriving a kind of sick pleasure from it. Like that's not what I mean. I'm not saying, oh, everything's meaningless. Like this is, what's the word? Like painful. I actually mean it's not painful. The pain is in the meaning. You ascribe meaning to your meaninglessness. My meaninglessness has a feeling that it's got a meaning. It doesn't. It's absurd to even be nihilistic. Like, what are you being nihilistic about? Like, clearly, if you are an angsty nihilist, you clearly are deriving meaning. Like, you're clearly deriving meaning.
Yeah. Well, you have a foreground and a background. You have a well, you have something that you're fighting against.
If you think you're a nihilist and you're angsty about it,
Yeah.
if your identification with nihilism makes you feel angsty, you are deriving meaning from it, a sense of meaning.
So, what kind of nihilist are you?
I'm not a nihilist.
Oh.
Because I think that being a nihilist or any kind of identification with that has meaning. It's an absurd meaning. It's the worst absurd.
Are you... Okay. Alright, never mind. Well, I feel like I started this today. And now you've taken the baton and...
I haven't taken up the baton. I'm just done. I'm just like over it. I'm over this. The fact that I had to wait 20 years to like have any kind of like chance at like some kind of career in society is ridiculous. Like absurd. And I spent that time feeling sad about it, and now I just like, that's absurd.
I'm sorry.
But that is actually what happened. That is actually the most annoyingly infuriating thing.
Well, it should have been 10 years, but you made a mistake.
That is actually the most infuriating thing, is that, people hurt people, and then those people aren't able to just sense the absurdity because they get hurt. And that is actually something that only that person can overcome. It sucks, but it's only something inside of you that can overcome that and just be like, yep, somebody hurt me, it was absurd and it's fucking pointless. I think for me, what scared me the most into having to over-find meaning is that when I get drunk, I can't control myself. Like and that is absurd, but can't control myself and get into trouble.
Yeah.
And the weight of the trouble, or the embarrassment and the shame, prevents me from like letting it go, hence overburdening myself with intense meaning in order to keep myself like grounded into some kind of structure that like holds me there as a fucking prisoner for the benefit of everybody else. And I guess I'm just sick of doing that now. I'm sick of like actually doing that.
Does that mean you're gonna start drinking again?
No. No. It just means like I'm just probably am not, I don't know, just I don't think I'll assign as much meaning to life or the human version of life that I have been, because it's all fucking retarded. It's so pointless. It's silly. It's so silly that the people doing it, including me, don't notice that it's just absurd. You're here for like a blink of an eye, and that whole time we're all operating in ridiculous systems that we've made up, that we ascribe to, that we like, it's real, it means, oh, yeah, it's like yuck. It's disgusting. And it's not disgusting, it's just absurd. If you want to look after children, you have to go and spend 4 years learning about it, like.
It's pretty stupid.
Really? Yes, because you have to do it this specific way that is acceptable, because in the system that we've created, there's this and this and this, and it's this whole big juggernaut of a system to try and what?
Keep people from having to gather their own water, kill their own food.
No, that's retarded. Even that is retarded.
So people have the luxury to like.
No, it's just because. It's just, I don't even know. That's the thing. It's actually absurd, because anything that you say, any kind of like opposite that you try and put to it is just as equally absurd. Like anything you propose against this is absurd. This is absurd. But anything you propose to not do this is also fucking absurd. And that's what I mean. Like the nature of it itself is ridiculous. The whole proposition of life is ridiculous, because we're just going to continuously look at it and then put structure on it and meaning on it, and it's ridiculous. Any meaning we ascribe is ultimately ridiculous. That's the point. You can't think around it. It's just the essence of it is meaningless. So the absurdity is that we keep putting and ascribing any kind of.
So what do you reckon we do anyway?
I have no idea. Just keep being silly and I mean, it's just. I think what I'm trying to say is that, like, I really have missed the peripheral foundation of just the sense of absurdity and everything. I've put it down somewhere and lost that and became humorless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
I look at Mars and I'm like, oh, Mars, because I'm like, I love you and you're going to die. That's so ridiculous.
I know.
You know? I mean, it traumatized me to get Mars. It, like, actually traumatized me.
Yeah.
Going to jail traumatized me. Getting drunk traumatized me. All of it has just been like, and I'm just carried around like this big, unfunny pile of ridiculousness. Give up smoking, don't give up smoking. Give up drinking, don't give up drinking. If you don't give it up, you'll die, you'll go to prison. And it's like, fuck. That's ridiculous, but the system that I'm in is ridiculous. It's like, oh, he stole a car. Lock him up for 5 years for stealing a piece of metal. And yes, okay, somebody's like running around raping and killing people. Okay, we seriously probably need to lock them the fuck up. But why? Because it's traumatizing. And it actually stops you from being able to just see. It's so unfunny, in a way. It's like a black hole. and when it happens to you, suddenly you're burdened with too much meaning. You're actually, that's why it's bad. That's why war is terrible, because they're removing your right to just see life as a joke. And that's why poverty is evil.
Oh God, you have to put on your big boy pants and like literally.
That's why poverty is evil, I think. It's like, I am going to take away your right to just hold life lightly by basically subjecting you to horrible shit until you don't laugh, until you can't see any joy in life. You fucking can't. I mean, like, that is the epitome of evil. In fact, I think for the first time in my life I can define what evil is. It is taking away another person's ability to hold life lightly. That's
true,
all
Bobby.
it is. That's what evil is.
That's true.
That's what evil is. That's going to write that down. Which is all absurd. That to me is what evil is.
That's the one.